So in today's matchup, we have the Mega Kaiju versus Obsidian Fury. Now this is a matchup I've thought about for a while because in Pacific Rim Uprising, we saw many Jaegers go up against the Mega Kaiju, Gypsy Avenger, Guardian Bravo, Saber Athena, and Bracer Phoenix. And I always thought that what if Obsidian Fury went up against the Mega Kaiju? Now obviously Obsidian Fury is part Kaiju, so obviously they're on the same side, so they wouldn't fight each other. But let's say this Jaeger slash Kaiju did turn on the Mega Kaiju. Or what if the Obsidian Fury Jaeger was rebuilt with good pilots inside? This would definitely be a very interesting matchup for sure. The Mega Kaiju is an absolute force and is a pretty unstoppable force, especially for a Jaeger of this size, much smaller. But I don't think this fight is automatically over because we did see unexperienced pilots go up against the Mega Kaiju, such as Saber Athena, with unexperienced pilots, was able to go up against the Mega Kaiju, at least take out one brain, and then was destroyed. Bracer Phoenix was able to deliver at least a hit, and then was destroyed. Guardian Bravo didn't stand much of a chance, but Gypsy Avenger is one Jaeger in particular that was able to hang with the Mega Kaiju for a significant amount of time. Gypsy Avenger was able to jump on his back, slice him up a bit with the swords, and those swords in particular are the chain swords from Obsidian Fury. So we already know that Obsidian Fury with those weapons would at least be able to slice through the Mega Kaiju to some certain degree. And also, it's worth pointing out that Obsidian Fury has some of the best weapons in my opinion. One of those weapons in particular is the chest cannon, which is essentially an atomic breath for a Jaeger. Can be fired at long range and is even shown in the other infected Jaegers. Can be extremely deadly and possibly the most deadly weapon in all of the Pacific Rim universe. That is just one of his weapons. Obsidian Fury also has these shoulder rockets, which you can kind of tell that would really just power the Mega Kaiju more. This is the tallest Jaeger. This Obsidian Fury is right under 300 feet tall and is the tallest Jaeger out of any of the Jaegers in Pacific Rim Uprising. But thinking realistically, the Mega Kaiju is essentially the King Ghidorah of the Pacific Rim universe. An absolute force, 3 Kaijus combined, has the dangerous tails, the long arms, the massive bite force, and the ability to redistribute energy, to absorb kinetic energy and redistribute it back out. So if Obsidian Fury did try to hit him with rockets, the Mega Kaiju would just send that right back out. Even the chest cannon's energy would be shot right back out at Obsidian Fury. But I do think with those chain swords and how quick Obsidian Fury is, he could possibly sneak up and try to slice him apart. And I do think that Obsidian Fury in this battle, while the odds are stacked against him, I still think it would be awesome to see this matchup. I do think that Obsidian Fury would definitely have some luck trying to slice open the Mega Kaiju. But obviously to face up with the Mega Kaiju and walk out alive is a very difficult task. You have to be an absolutely massive force on your side. And while Obsidian Fury is the biggest Jaeger, the tallest Jaeger, and in my opinion has the best weaponry, you even see Gypsy Avenger adopting the chain swords from Obsidian Fury, able to slice right through. I do think that those chain swords would be very deadly and annoying for the Mega Kaiju to deal with right up front. But I do overall think that the Obsidian Fury would not really be able to walk out of this battle alive. I do think that he could possibly put up just as well of a fight, if not a better fight, than Gypsy Avenger, because even with that chest cannon, Obsidian Fury lands a hit with that chest cannon from long range, doesn't need much accuracy at all, keeps firing it. Even if the Mega Kaiju sends him back again, he could keep firing it just to distract him, and then possibly sneak around him and try to slice open his back with those chain swords and try to knock out as many brains as he can. But something very important to look at in this fight is how the other Jaegers were taken down. Basically, if the Mega Kaiju lands one bite on Obsidian Fury, he's basically done. This is proven with Bracer Phoenix. Right as the Mega Kaiju gets within close range of Bracer Phoenix, and Bracer Phoenix's weapon is already deployed, one bite is game over for a Jaeger. And even though Obsidian Fury is a little taller, it won't matter. And the tails for the Mega Kaiju, a one hit and game over, because Gypsy Avenger's head was hit by the tail, and the Jaeger's almost completely disabled at that point. And these weapons are just so deadly, and the fact that he will be able to take that kinetic energy and redistribute it back out makes him such a big threat and really gives Obsidian Fury such a little chance in this fight. But overall, if these two were lined up, I think it'd be awesome to see Obsidian Fury go up against the Mega Kaiju, because like I said, it's like his atomic breath. It's very similar to Godzilla fighting the Mega Kaiju, because I would be really interested to see what that atomic breath, what effect that would have on the Mega Kaiju. And that chest cannon, same story. Firing those rockets would most likely fuel the Mega Kaiju, but then maybe that's just a distraction, and Obsidian Fury could try to get close and slice him open with those swords. But overall, even if he gets up to him and tries to stick the swords right into him right off the bat, I think one bite is already game over for Obsidian Fury, and those tails getting whipped around will make it hard to sneak up on him, because if you try to sneak up on him, those tails are right there. And I overall think that just because of how big and deadly the Mega Kaiju is, that he could maybe hang with him for a little bit. I think maybe a little bit longer than Gypsy Avenger, depending on what pilots. Overall, the Mega Kaiju gets this win in basically every way. There's really not one way that Obsidian Fury could really defeat the Mega Kaiju, because even if he snuck up on him once, which is what the Jaegers did, the Mega Kaiju would still come out on top. But make sure you let me know down below what you thought of this matchup and what matchup I should do next. And thanks for watching.